Namaste. Hello. Rising. Put this thing away. All right. So, grand rising, y'all. You can see the flowers in the background. Pretty bright out there. I actually have the window open. Let me close it. It looks like it's going to rain, but we don't have any chance of it. Just clouds. But after kind of monsoon season we've had, honestly, we're still monsoon here until September 15th. So it's starting to get cooler, and there was some flooding, and I had to deal with flash flooding. But I think it'd be very difficult to live in this area and not have some of that, especially if you have a decent amount of property. So, grand rising, guys. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Hi, I'm Rita. If you see this, then stop by. I'm not going to be here very long. I'm just going to share some messages with you and my experience, strength, and hope. And also, just today is the 28th, Thursday. It's in August, and it's almost Labor Day weekend. So I'm just going to send you some love and blessings because a lot has been going on in my life, but I had a really big miracle. I'm going to share it today. Honestly, really, it's a real world 3D kind of miracle. I'm really thrilled about it. So, okay, here we go. Breathe in divine love. I'm going to move this back. I keep promising I'm going to move this back so you guys can see. Because when I do light language, pardon me, I have a tendency to do light language to chakras, and you guys can't see it because I do it when I'm too close to the camera. So, all right, so I'm going to do that better this time. So, and if you see a little tunnel over this, is the dog's inside tunnel. The cat plays in it too. All right, that was random. Let's do this. I have a little amethyst here. Putting this on my heart chakra to just relax my heart. Sometimes, you fight your battles in the world and what you're trying to get do in the world. And I'm trying to sell a house and try to keep my neighbor from messing up my land with this little avalanche situation. And today I've been wanting him to clear the part of my land that's on the other side of the fence. And he did. And now it might have been the city that made him do it. I don't know, but it just felt so good to just know that my land is safe and everything's good. And anyway, I'm going down here to my worry center, and I am just putting this amethyst crystal. I'm opening my throat chakra, because when you're coughing, sometimes it's releasing energy. And when you get angry, that comes from victim consciousness. That comes from a belief that these people are trying to harm me, And as much as you want to say that anger is something different than fear, it's not. There's just love and fear. So when we get angry, get all worked up, you kind of have to unwind all of that down to the fact that you're probably just scared about something in the future that may be hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So namaste, y'all. And breathe in divine love. Hold it. And then just breathe out time. Breathe out time. I don't even have my hearing aid in. Where is my hearing aid? Must be in the other room. Sorry, I'll clear my ears. I should have 2 hearing aids. I need to get that over the other one. When we get caught up in time, it is our mind's attempt to take us out of this sacred now, because this sacred now is so incredible. And I can be aware of my cat and what my cat is doing, and I can be aware of the birds, and I watch the sky, and I'm so curious about everything around me, And I do want to ask people the question before you go anywhere else on a video. I don't know how many minutes this is in, but ask yourself, do you wake up and do you do what you really want to do? And do you get to spend enough time in your yard and in your garden and with your pets and doing the things that give you passion, Do you get to dance in the garden? I listen to reggae when I water my yard, and I've been watering it since March. So I'm really looking forward to. I'm gonna water tomorrow because I have to wash off some mud that came from some of this overnight very heavy monsoon rains. But I got some more new tan bark. It looks good. It'll be great. Anyway, it'll be great. I'm kind of into my landscaping now, and because it turned out well, I know how to like fix it even if we get heavy rain. So, and I have a tendency too to feel like the person that built the land up here and put a fourplex next door probably tilted. I'm just saying. I feel like I flood a little more than, but I can't prove. So, I digress. Okay, I'm eating circus peanuts. If you've never had a circus peanut, did you know they're banana flavored? That's right. Tractor Supply has these. They're really good. And they're not even that bad. All right. I ring the bell because I believe some of, amongst all the trainings that I've done, from Eckhart Tolle to rebirthing in Bali to light language activation to holographic healing, all the things I've done, all the things that I've experienced. There's nothing more sacred than this moment and the ability to meditate into the nowness. And what I mean by that is being in the gaps between words, being in the gaps between your breath, and then just listening to whatever there is that's not there. What you're doing is you're listening to what I think is the greater consciousness that isn't formed yet. Okay. So I believe that there is this like cloud, and it sounds weird, but there's this cloud of information that is available. It's more like a network. Like if you saw something lit up on a motherboard, the network in the internet, we have the ability to tap into any of that information that we want. And I learned to do that when I taught students how to visualize and be mindful and tap into that greater intelligence, into that greater collective of our knowledge already known, so that they could excel past what they even knew. And it's a pretty amazing technique. And I did it so that my students could excel and get past the limitations of being second language learners and poor school, But I found out it's kind of the secret spices. So ginger ale. I had a near-death experience in 2021, December, January 2022, kind of for several months. And so now ginger ale has always been something that keeps my tummy happy. So I'm just settling into this moment. What a glorious day, isn't it? I feel like this day, there's so much shifting in the energy of people around me, good and bad. Namaste. We are one heart. I listening to Bob Marley. If could you be loved? Could you be loved, then be loved. I think it's a very profound statement. It's a song. Could you be loved? Like, could you feel loved? Right? My mom's in heaven. My sister's in Iowa, I think by now. Ohio. Ran fair. But can I be loved? I can feel the love of all my ancestors and everybody that loves me that's not here. And my dogs and my cats in the land. And I can feel love all around me, because I believe that's what Creator is, what God is. I think what Jesus is that all around us. Is that a thing? Listening to the quietness within, taking a break from doingness and just beingness. You can listen to your higher self, and you can find where your higher self lives within your own body. And you can also find out where you're trapped, like what hurts in your body and what's trapped. And you can like put your focus there. Why does my thumb hurt? Why does this hurt? And move the energy. Oh, and stretching. Oh, stretching. It's just keeps us fluid like water. The energy's wonderful today. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving forward. I'm getting all zen. Don't get zen. Well, zen's pretty fucking awesome. But anyway, this is The World According to Mr. Rogers. Important Things to Remember by Fred Rogers. He was Reverend Rogers. He was always a reverend. I think he's Episcopalian. I've been reading one quote from the book. I started some time ago. So this is page 20. Oh, I love this one. This is a perfect one for today. Oh, and here's a picture if you'd like to see a picture of Mr. Rogers. This was when he's older. You know, he retired after like 30 years. And then he's like, oh, crap, I got to go back. Because, you know, the kids need some programming that's for inner city kids below the age of 5. Listen, I listen way beyond the age of 5. There's no should or should not when it comes to having feelings. They're part of who you are, and their origins are beyond our control. When we can believe that, we may find it easier to make constructive choices about what to do with those feelings. There are no shoulds and should nots when it comes to our feelings. They just are. There you go, Mr. Rogers. Thank you. Don't should on yourself. Yeah. You know, I still catch myself once in a while. I don't do it as much, but still, oh, well, you should have got this done. You should have got that done in your mind. And then just subtly later, you're like, oh, I didn't get that much done today. Well, you know, working in the yard for many hours is definitely work. And if you didn't plan on that much work because you didn't know it was going to rain that much overnight, and then you're exhausted. Yeah. You know, we all have to give ourselves a break. I try to think about how my mom would talk to me, because my mom was very loving and kind and very generous. Very encouraging, especially when I was hard on myself. So, all right. So I am going to pull a card for the collective from this deck, and I highly recommend it. It's right here. Susie Cherub and Christine Caron. Faery Temple deck, and the artwork is from, who is it? I think the art, is that the artwork? Oh yeah, the artwork is Christine. So it's beautiful. You'll see. You'll see. All right, let's take a breath. Here, you want a circus peanut? Oh, they're so good. Come on. Tell me you don't want one. All right, I don't have to. I'm just saying. I'm fine. You know, when I had polycystic chronic candidiasis when I was 19, and I was very, very sick, and up into my 20s after I actually got over it, mostly, I went to go talk to this group of people that had this, and they didn't just call it Candida albicans, they called it polycystic chronic candidiasis. Well, they got mad at me because I was honest about the fact that I was, you know, I was 19 to 21 years old, told not to eat sugar and wheat. That's very difficult to do, especially when I had food addiction. So I told them I cheated when I was supposed to be in a certain, unfortunately, when it comes to my business, Facebook does this thing on my laptop where some troll sent me a friend. By the way, if you want to send me a friend request, I am, I usually can tell if you're a real person. So, yeah, if you want to send me a friend request, I can go to 5,000 and I'm at 15. I'm at 1,500. Y'all, I have over 200 more friends now than I did like a month ago or 2 months ago. So all I got to say is I don't understand social media, but I appreciate the fact that I have like 1,700 people following me. Well, that's pretty cool. I think. I mean, I'd grade it on the curve. I'm a teacher. Actually, I don't grade on the curve. I never did. Well, writing is, if everybody sucked at writing, I gotta say I was on the curve. Okay, I'm gonna cut it one more time. Did you know this is banana flavored? Did I tell you that circus peanuts are banana flavored? No. I am very silly, especially today because they went and they cleared off that. Worry. I really think that worry is the worst thing human beings do to themselves, because I worried about the side of this ridge, collapsing. And then when it really did, I mean, in a big way, in a very terrible way, it wasn't that bad. My side stayed up, and the measures that I took worked, and I just like, whew, I mean, plus I get great angels. Oh, look, it's brand new. Wow, this is a great card. Oh, and look at the flowers. Okay, I'll show you. Legacy, trust, inspire, fulfill. Isn't that neat? Okay. There you go. Legacy, trust, inspire, fulfill. Get that? Now, one of the things that I think a lot of people are thinking about sometimes, and I think we've thought about this ever since 2020, is if I croak tomorrow, if I didn't get the virus, I got tested a few times and I know I got the virus, but if I had got it, if you croak suddenly from some terrible virus, what kind of legacy did you leave? And then I don't have kids. But I did go into a life of service being a teacher. I think legacy is pretty freaking important. But I also am a Christian, and Jesus Christ taught me that if you're doing something that's good, anything good, if you're doing something good, the right hand should not tell the left hand what it's doing. So that means if you go work in a soup kitchen, don't take a picture. If you go do something nice, don't tell anybody. And then and it says that, okay, let's say that you go and give some money to a homeless person right in front of you. Everybody sees it. That's your riches right there. That was it. You got some kudos right there. Ended there. But if you go and you bring a meal to that homeless person, and you go talk to them and like see what's going on, or I don't know, or go bring him money in without anyone seeing you and without him being able to find out who you are, that's a different thing. Because then your humanity is getting through from your egoic mind and your ego and, all that. So legacy. So the legacy, I think, is the ripples in the water that we don't even know about. So my mom left a heck of a legacy. So just saying. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move these cards around a little bit. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, ready? Oh, okay. I need this over here. You can tell I'm a teacher, huh? Namaste. By the way, if you want a card, say hi in the chat and I'll give you one. Here we go, legacy. The forget-me-not. Oh, they're forget-me-nots. Blue forget-me-nots. The forget-me-not fairy is here to assure you that your aspirations are being realized. It is your birthright to embrace your destiny and fulfill your dreams. I'm going to read that again. Isn't that great? Did you hear that? It is your birthright to embrace your destiny and fulfill your dreams. Have faith and know that magical opportunities are everywhere for you. Trust that all your visions will materialize. And again, I apologize because whenever I get somebody do anything in Facebook, it goes whopper jawed. I don't know. God, it's such a terrible app. Okay. Sorry, it's true. Here we go. Oh, actually, this is YouTube, so I'm surprised. Oh, so it's got it. Facebook app is interrupting this app. That's so crazy. Okay, here we go. Trust that all your visions will materialize. Remember, your desires are justified. Open your world to all the exciting opportunities that surround you each day. True love, a higher purpose, and spiritual connection are all here for you if you will but see them. Attaining wishes and reaching goals are within your field of possibility. Oh, I love that. Don't you love that? You should love that. Okay. Sorry, you will love that now. Let me hold this here. Oh, yeah, let me finish this. You are more than enough as you are. Nevertheless, you were born with the gift of free will. You can accomplish your destiny. So cast aside your beliefs to the contrary. Decide your destiny. Oh, wait. Decide on your direction. Follow your intuition and make your mark. Your I can't. Okay. Hold on. Your idiosyncratic passions. Holy. Your idiosyncratic passions are signposts guiding you toward your life's purpose and spiritual pathway. Holy shit, man, that was a hell of a word. And I used to run the spelling bee, man. That was a hell of a word. Excuse me. You will not be forgotten. Oh, I love that. You will not be forgotten. Say it one more time. You will not be forgotten. Your most significant legacy is your capacity to love and live with an open heart. Your kindness and compassion are profound strengths. So embrace your caring spirit and trust that you make a difference in the world. Did you hear me? I'm going to say this again. Your kindness and your compassion are profound strengths, not weaknesses. So embrace your caring spirit and trust that you make a difference in the world. Explore with glee, relish the journey, and truly live in the moment. You will be remembered for your inspirational essence and capacity to love. Golden memories of passion, love, and spirit are your legacy. Here's your affirmation. I accept my power. I accept my power. Legacy. There's your blue forget me not flowers. Oh, gosh. That is just a great card. Legacy. Trust, inspire, fulfill. You know, get on your path. Do what makes you passionate. So I came on today a little early on YouTube, and I'm just switching up because I haven't had a lot of people, in the chat. And when I do, I will become more consistent with what I do online, and but right now it's just kind of me echoing at the wall and eating circus peanuts. So, all right, let's do this. We're gonna do my spirit guides and I are going to do a spiritual message. I have no idea what's going to come through, and yeah, that's it. I'm just kind of washing down the peanut candy. All right. One of the reasons I itch my head was it moves energy. It's a very energetic day and a very, very powerful day. I'm 15 minutes from Sedona's vortex, so on sacred land here in Cottonwood, Arizona. So the energy, the storms, just saturated land in the desert has a great feel to it, but also very, very powerful and kind of exhausting sometimes. All right, breathe in. One love. Excuse me. I'll get my hearing aid for the next one. Oh, I'm gonna move back. That's right. Sorry, move back over. There we go. Oh, hi, hi. Come on, stand. Hi, there we go. Here we go. Ready? Breathe in divine love, and breathe out fear. Oh, ooh, yuck. I apologize. I might have been the peanut. Breathe in divine love. Hold it. Oh, you're gonna breathe out not good enough. In any form of not good enough that comes into. I'm gonna do another one. You breathe in divine love. And you're going to breathe out summer 2025 because it's coming to an end this Monday and it's Thursday. Well, let's have some fall. Oh my goodness, I got a pumpkin spice thingy the other day. Fall. The biggest challenge there is to being human is trying to control the actions of others. Doesn't work at all. However, we do try and encourage others to do the right thing. As we perceive it. It seems that I'm really clear on my throat chakra, which is your throat chakra when it's not clear it means that you feel like you have been heard. Women have this a lot. I mean, not just because I guess because we're women. We are many times hold our tongues sometimes, or feel like we're not heard even when we don't hold our tongues. We're not going down that rabbit hole. There's a perception that there's a problem on God's green earth. All I have to do is this vessel. All I have to do is be in charge of this vessel and what this vessel does. How this vessel treats people, animals, trees. Tia shua tia do to ko ye shea to yes chua tia shea tia wo to shea to ki shea to ko shu to tia wo shea ta tia to ya. When we worry, we forget to dance and we forget about the fairies and we forget about children and laughter. I think puppies and cats being blissed out can often bring me back into the present moment. She utoa, she anotoa, tiasha, neotoko, weashato, neototo, shuanatakeo, more tiasia, notoko, tia, toto, washitia. She utoya, she wanatakia, she watatakana, yaso, tiana, takoa, she wanatako. Kuwachi she and the Kuwashi and to Kuwachi she wanatatoa. Ne watoa shia na nakoa shia no loa. Mia watasi shia wa nakatoa. These light codes and light languages for anyone that needs it. If you hear this and it resonates with you, I do private sessions over FaceTime or Zoom or in person. And I can help you find your own healing abilities, your own psychic abilities, your own abilities to talk to your relatives on the other side. Although you may not be able to get them to shut up. I just say. Oh, feels good to laugh. Oh, man. I hope you got something from that. I hope you see this. I hope other people see it. Namaste, y'all. It went pretty long. I'm going to be over in Facebook here in a moment. Namaste. Have a blessed night. Thank you. Subscribe for more stuff. Or see me tomorrow.